realized how full my heart was until they ripped it apart. They took everything from me! Now I'm on the island, just like hundreds of poor fucks who share my fate. And just when I started thinking I can make it, Tech 1 is at my throat again and again. I swore to myself I would survive. I refused to be just a memory. A beautiful lie. Death was never an escape. This time, I'll decide how it ends.
Secure communication established. Welcome to the SCUM Island. I am an AI created by Tech 1 Corporation. My full designation is Dual Energetic Entity Neural Appliance version 2.0. My intellect excels, but the creators think I am best used as a tutorial, protocol overseer, performance analyst. I will now provide basic movement instructions. If you are unable to find data suggests that regularly secure communication established. In this tutorial protocol, you will learn excellent. Proceed by opening your crafting user interface. Here you can see every component needed for crafting. The instructions were followed properly, so the needed stones were already gathered. Press the Craft button. Congratulations, you have now proven more capable. Now drag the knife into the hand slot. Crafting a stone knife protocol is now completed. Your progress is admirable. You can leave the user interface or visit the Manual tab to continue with the next protocol. Secure channel closed. You just acquired a long stick. To craft an improvised wooden spear, use the same. To find recipes easier, use the search bar. Find and craft a improvised wooden spear. This time, I will allow you to skip the details button. Good work, prisoner. Your spear won't do much against a rocket-propelling grenade type of weapon, but it is a step in the right direction. Continue your training as soon as possible. Secure channel closed. If you take a look at the components needed for the improvised you can see all of your equipped gear right next to your inventory. Begin by right-clicking on your undershirt and using the cut interaction. You are now one rag component short. Cut your underpants or boxer briefs. It is for the greater good. Finish the process by crafting the improvised courier backpack. To equip a piece of equipment and expand your inventory, double-click the item in the vicinity or right-click it and use the equipped interaction. Congratulations, you are now qualified to run around and pretend you are a mule. That was my joking algorithm. It is still in early access. I will now unlock the next tutorial protocol. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. By doing an involuntary full body scan of each prisoner, I deducted that not everyone is suited for hand-to-hand combat. That is why you will now craft wooden arrows and an improvised bow. My evaluation is that you are now capable of solving this task with minimal problems, and my evaluation has a 0.2% margin for error. Start by crafting wooden arrows. If you have your cutting tool and the required wooden sticks, you can try out the Auto Craft feature. The button is located between the Details and Craft buttons. This speeds up your process by 35.4%. In your future ventures, feel free to also craft an improvised quiver. For now, your new backpack will have to suffice. Pick up the arrows and place them in your inventory. Two variations of bows are available, the 20 and 35. Heavier poundage means more strength is needed to pull the bow, and the shots are more powerful. For the sake of this protocol, you can now craft any of the two variations. There is still one holster spot available next to your spear. Place the bow there. Chances of your survival are increasing at a great pace. Keep following my instructions, and you may have a chance on the island. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. It seems you have been injured. Do not worry, it's on the top left part of your interface. You can review your attributes and skills. The medical skill is directly related to your intelligence, so open the INT skills. On the right, all conditions have a severity that increases over time if you leave the injury untreated. Your injury has a C2 severity. If you possess the ability to read, you must have noticed that you need rags to treat it. Find some rags or cut some of your equipment to acquire them. Start by selecting the acquired rags. Notice how the bar around the injury indicator is starting to fill. Use enough rags to fully fill the bar and press the treat button. Congratulations, you have treated your first injury. It is now in the stabilization section. You can read more about the stabilization and recovery sections by hovering over them. Use the abilities of my protocols to check on your body frequently, as there are many types of injuries and most of them should not be left unchecked. Secure channel closed. Secure communication established. My instructions have now prepared you for the inevitable dangers throughout the whole island. Since survival is your main goal, it is time to start exploring and searching for sustenance. Search a few world containers. My algorithm shows that this is a highly repeatable process without which you will fail at staying alive. World containers include tree trunks, kitchen counters, drawers, and anything that can hold items. Go and make an effort. Now that you have experienced the process popularly called looting, narrow your search down to basic nourishment, like food and beverage products. My data suggest humans should consume fruits and vegetables and can drink mostly anything as long as it is in a bottle. On the right side of the metabolism panel, you can track everything nutrition needs to know about your health and well-being with multiple tools, including a diagnostic screener tool that predicts recommended foods up to the hour of the person's last meal. Active algorithms suggest that recently consuming an item had a great effect on your body. Be careful. Consuming foods and drinks will eventually lead to urinating and emptying your bowels. Secure channel closed. In the bottom right of the interface, food and the chances of destroying your pants are now access the circular user interface from which you control your colon and bladder. If there was a time to hold, it is now. You can explore. The available options are piss, poop, and vomit. I don't prefer repeating myself, but the connected body parts need to be at least 50% full before you can empty them. Since the human bodies are designed so poorly, I suggest you take care of these functions before engaging in combat situations. My algorithms show that everyone dislikes dying with brown pants. Secure channel closed. Until now, you have only been using my system UI is impeccable. Logic tells us that two things are required to build a simple fire: a combustible material like tinder, and, in this case, some sticks to fuel the fire. First, craft tinder. If you have followed my instructions so far, this should be easy for you. Great work! Were you a carpenter before you became a prisoner? All you need now are some wooden sticks. Your survival skill impacts how many you will need, so let's be safe and gather a good amount. Good. Base building recipes work a bit differently than item recipes. If you have followed my tutorial, congratulations! You are now the proud owner of an improvised fireplace. Of course, the fire won't start itself. That is why you now require a fire drill. The recipe can be found under the Items tab, part of the Crafting User Interface. Many prisoners on this island are arsonists, so excellent. The chances of freezing have been reduced, but they are still above 0. The flames you have just created won't last forever, so every now and then you will need to add more fuel. To do so, find some more sticks. Now, just like before, open the improvised fireplace. This time, choose the fuel with small wooden stick action. This concludes another one of my protocols. Many other items can help you with your pyromaniac urges. Next time, try making a bonfire using wooden logs. Who knows, in time you may even learn to use your cooking skill to make use of the fire and cook some meat. Secure channel closed. There are 3 numbers on the top right of your screen. Fame points are the first one. The second one is the amount of gold you possess in your account. And the third is how much money there is in your account. You can also keep your money as physical bills, but data suggests you will get killed for it. Now look in your inventory and find the starter bank card and check its details. Now close the inventory interface and open your map.